Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Mass Effect with Soldierhawke. I apologize, it's been so long. And it was almost longer. Not gonna lie, I'm not feeling my best today. A lot of shit's happened. But, you know, hanging out with you guys and playing games makes me happy. And hopefully hanging out with me and watching me play games makes you happy. So maybe this can be a little ray of sunshine for us both. At least we can hope. I do love Mass Effect. Alright, so we...
I hope he's okay.
Oh, we have another quest to pick up, actually. Damn it. I'm so stuck in the Mass Effect 2-3 controls.
I'm on a break.
There we go.
Talk to someone else if you need anything. I've got a lot on my mind.
Maybe I can help.
Well, maybe you can. You're a soldier, right? You ever head out to the Traverse?
Sure.
Sometimes.
My brother's the captain of a ship called the Majesty. It was crossing the Traverse a few days ago when it disappeared. Just dropped right off the grid.
That's not
That
good.
usually means one of two things. They had massive mechanical failure, or they were attacked.
Any idea why someone would attack them?
Privateers, slavers, mercs looking for an easy score. There's a lot of nasty sorts out in the Traverse. I won't give up on my brother. Not yet. I've got the coordinates for the last transmission from his vessel.
Worth a shot.
What kind of ship was it?
Don't let the name fool you. The Majesty's just a small trading vessel, only a handful of crew. But he kept it in good condition. I don't think mechanical failure is too likely. But they don't have any real weapons or shields. If anyone did come after them, the Majesty'd be a sitting duck.
Isn't anyone else looking into this?
My brother's just a small independent trader. Ships like his disappear in the Traverse all the time.
Give me the coordinates.
I'll forward them to
shot.
your ship right away. Please let me know as soon as you find them.
Okay, now I think we've picked up all the possible side quests, so I think it's time to advance the plot. I don't think, given how much dialogue there is, we'll do much beyond a bunch of the roleplay that gets us to the ship. But we'll at least be able to get that out of the way. And then we'll... Well, I think I already know where we're going first, because it's tradition to always go pick up Liara before doing anything else, so we'll probably do that before anything else. But that's okay. I'll probably put up a poll for whether we go to Noveria or...
On me!
I'm surprised that you're willing to kill your own, Rex. Aren't the Krogan just a few generations away from extinction?
You don't get it. For all your talk of honor and pride, the Turians never had to test their principles in a real struggle. Anyone who fights us is either stupid or on Saren's payroll. Killing the latter is business. Killing the former is a favor to the universe.
I forget the name of the other planet. It's Noveria and Pharos. Pharos. I'll probably put a patron
Please
poll
do
up
not
to see which of those
disturb the
we do
keepers.
first. Not first, but after Liara. The music here sounds so ominous. I always wondered why that was.
Where there was only darkness, the
And
enkindlers
our
gave light.
preachy bro is still preaching.
Where there was only ignorance, the enkindlers gave wisdom.
I need a fast travel point, because that's going to be a lot faster. I know there's one over here. Here we are. Alright, and now we can take this elevator up to where the Normandy is.
In other news, Exogeny Corp is still denying reports that one of their survey teams has gone missing in the Hades Gamma Cluster. When asked why communication with the survey team was suddenly cut off last week, company officials refused to comment.
I'm sure it's nothing. Exogeny is a trustworthy corporation.
I've got big news for you, Shepard. Captain Anderson is stepping down as commanding officer of the Normandy. The ship is yours now.
She's quick and quiet, and you know the crew. Perfect ship for a Spectre. Treat her well, Commander.
The heck?
I want the truth. Why are you stepping down, sir?
You needed your own ship. A Spectre can't answer to anyone but the Council. And it's time for me to step down.
Come clean with me, Captain. You owe me that much.
I was in your shoes 20 years ago, Shepard. They were considering me for the Spectres.
Why didn't you ever mention this?
What was I supposed to say? I could have been a Spectre, but I blew it?
I mean...
I failed, Commander.
Yeah,
It's
kinda.
not something I'm proud of. Ask me later and I'll tell you the whole story.
Oh, don't worry.
For now, all you need to know is, I was sent on a mission with Saren, and he made sure the Council rejected me. I had my shot. It came and went. Now you have a chance to make up for my mistakes.
I won't let you down, sir.
Saren's gone. Don't even try to find
Captain
him.
Anderson.
But we know what he's after. The conduit. He's got us Geth scouring the Traverse looking for clues.
We had reports of Geth in the Pharos system shortly before our colony there dropped out of contact, and there have been sightings around Noveria.
Find out what Saren was after on Pharos and Noveria. Maybe you can figure out where the conduit is before he does.
Oh, we
The
will.
Reapers are the real threat.
I'm with the Council on this one, Shepard. I'm not sure they even exist.
But if they do exist, the conduit's the key to bringing them back. Stop Saren from getting the conduit,
This is such a
and we
good
stop the
setup.
Reapers from returning.
This first game has
I'll
such
stop
a
him.
good script.
We have one more lead. Matriarch Benezia, the other voice in that recording. She has a daughter, a scientist who specializes in the Protheans. We don't know if she's involved, but it might be a good idea to try and find her. See what she knows. Her name's Liara, Dr. Liara Tassoni. We have reports she was exploring an archaeological dig on one of the uncharted worlds in the Artemis Tau cluster.
Definitely start there. We won't leave.
Sounds like we should head for the Artemis Tau cluster.
It's your decision, Commander. You're a Spectre now. You don't answer to us.
Damn right
Your
I
actions
don't.
still reflect on humanity as a whole.
Especially
you
not
make
you,
a mess
Dina.
and I get stuck cleaning it up.
I'll try not to make things any harder on you, Ambassador.
Glad to hear it, Commander. Remember, you were a human long before you were a Spectre. I have a meeting to get to. Captain Anderson can answer any questions you might have.
Well, Captain.
Every time I visit the Citadel, CSEC brings me here.
Oh,
for
this
a
still counts as
friendly
CSEC.
chat.
I used to have an office here. Spent half my time doing paperwork. You always see a few civilians hanging around the academy waiting to speak to an...
Yes, Commander?
How are you holding
That's
up?
a good question.
Honestly, this isn't how I pictured my career coming to an end. Pushing papers really isn't my thing, but you're the one who can stop Saren. I believe in you, Shepard. If that means I have to step aside, so be it.
Tell me what happened with you and Saren 20 years ago.
It's close to 20 years ago now. Ambassador Goyle was our
I just said it
representative
was
here
20
on the
years
Citadel.
ago.
Like Udina, She wanted to get a human into the Spectres. She chose me. The Council sent Saren to keep an eye on me and evaluate my performance, just like they sent Nihilus to keep tabs on you.
Why weren't you honest with me?
It's not something I'm proud of. I had a chance to become the first human Spectre, and I failed. Saren made sure
Only
of that.
because Saren was a dick.
I think I deserve the
Not
whole
on
story.
you.
We had intel on a rogue scientist being funded by Batarian interests. He was trying to set up a facility to develop illegal AI technology out in the Verge. Alliance intel had done all the work, but the Council wanted a Spectre involved. We compromised. I was assigned to help Saren in his investigation. We tracked the scientist to a refining facility on Kamala. He was hidden away somewhere inside, protected by an army of Batarian mercenaries. The plan was simple. Sneak into the plant, capture the scientist, sneak back out. Quick, quiet, and a minimum of bloodshed.
Sounds like a good Spectre
I'm guessing
mission.
things didn't go as planned?
Saren and I split up to cover more ground. Then about halfway through the mission, there was a massive explosion in the refinery core. Officially, it was ruled an accident, but I think Saren detonated it on purpose to draw off the enemy guards.
I feel like somebody was probably hurt. What do you guys think?
How many casualties?
The explosion tore the refinery to shreds. The whole place was on fire. Black chemical clouds poured out into the atmosphere. Nobody inside survived. There was a camp for the workers and their families nearby. Between the fires and the toxic fumes, the final death count was over 500.
Ouch.
Mostly civilians. Saren didn't care. The target was eliminated, mission accomplished, and I ended up taking the blame. That ended all talk of me joining the Spectres.
That's, yeah. How did he get
Saren
blamed
caused
then?
the explosion. How'd he pin it on you?
In his report, Saren accused me of blowing his cover. He said it was my fault the guards were ready for us. He claimed that's why it turned into a massacre. Saren's report was all the proof the Council needed to kill my chances of becoming a Spectre.
Don't blame yourself, Captain.
I don't. I blame Saren.
Good.
I think he wanted things to go bad. He was looking for an excuse to blow that refinery. Maybe he just likes the violence. Maybe he was just trying to make me look bad to keep humans out of the Spectres. If so, he pulled it off.
Why'd you let him get away with it?
Who do you think the Council was going to listen to? Me? Or their best agent? I had a bad feeling about him right from the start. I should have been more careful. Maybe I could have stopped things before they got out of hand.
Don't blame yourself, Captain.
I don't. Maybe he just likes the violence. Maybe
The only
he was
thing
just
I
trying-
care about is stopping Saren.
Yeah.
You're right, Commander. It's no good living in the past.
Any extra intel you can give me on our colony at Pharos?
The entire planet used to be one giant Prothean city. Mostly ruins now. But some of the infrastructure is still intact.
Not after
The colony
Geth are
tried to
done
build
with
on
it.
what the Protheans left behind. We lost all contact with them when the Geth attacked.
What do you know about the
This is
Artemis
where we're
Tau
going
cluster?
next.
Not much. I've never been there myself. A handful of systems with a few small, uncharted worlds, but no real colonies. Might not be easy finding Dr. Tassoni out there. My advice is to look for the world with the Prothean ruins.
I'm sure it'll be marked on our map.
What can you tell me about Novaria?
Novaria's trouble. Always has been. The whole
think
planet
Novaria
is
is my
basically a
favorite
center
of
for
these,
corporations
honestly.
to conduct illegal research.
It's
Watch
so
your
fun.
back there, Shepard. Spectres are about the only form of Citadel authority Novaria respects. But they aren't popular.
Okay.
I should go.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Okay. There we are. Good time to save. All right. Do a little looking around. Okay. Just checking everyone's equipment real quick. None of that. Kind of want to make things match, but I don't know if we have enough Spectre equipment to actually, because, you know, they only use certain weapons, but I don't like it when their stuff doesn't match, so I equip everyone with Spectre weapons. Because at this point, money is not a concern. All about the fashion souls, baby. Even though he's a sniper, I think he uses his freaking rifle the most. Assault rifle. Okay. Oh, I missed that. Nice. Now I think we're good. Stand by. Shore party.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress.
I heard what happened to Captain Anderson. Survives 100 battles and then gets taken down by backroom politics. Just watch your back, Commander. Things go bad on this mission, you're next on their chopping block.
Does kind of feel wrong.
Captain Anderson should be the one in charge. It's like I'm stealing the ship from him.
Yeah, the captain got screwed. But it's not like you could have stopped it. Nobody's blaming you. Everyone on this ship's behind you, Commander. 100%. Intercom's open. If you got anything you want to say to the crew, now's the time.
I've never actually picked that, but I think that's one of my favorite dialogue
This is Commander
options in the
Shepard
whole
speaking.
game.
We have our orders. Find Saren before he finds the conduit. I won't lie to you, crew. This mission isn't going to be easy.
I need to do a renegade run so I can pick that. Yeah, I like that.
This began with an attack on a human settlement in the Traverse.
But we know Saren won't stop there. His Geth armies aren't going to stay on the far fringes of Citadel space.
No, they're not.
For too long, our species has stood apart from the others.
Now it's time for us to step up and do our part for the rest of the galaxy. Time to show them what humans are made of.
You will be ready.
Our enemy knows we're coming.
When we go into the Traverse, Saren's followers will be waiting for us. But we'll be ready for them, too.
Humanity needs to do this.
Not just for our own sake, but for the sake of every other species in Citadel space. Saren must be stopped, and I promise you all, we will stop him.
Well said, Commander.
Such a good
Captain will be
speech.
proud.
It's dorky, but it's
The
good.
captain gave up everything so I could have this chance. We can't fail.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. All right. If we're...
If anyone has to take over for Captain Anderson, I'm glad it's you. I'm not sure about having non-humans on our ship, though.
We're all on the same team here, Presley.
With all due respect, ma'am, that's what they said about Nihilus. Look how that turned out.
You doubt me?
I'm in charge here, Presley. I decide if we have non-humans on this vessel.
Yes, ma'am. Understood, ma'am.
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, ma'am.
One of the few times I feel like a renegade option and makes sense. I guess that's not really renegade, but you know. Well, that was a lot faster than I thought it would be. Maybe we will have time to at least touch down on a new planet. Although we might do some side stuff. Man, I don't know. I really am going to have to do a patron poll about what we do first. Well, Liara. Liara is first. After that, I will make a poll, so look out for that. First, we gotta run around and talk to everybody, because it's Bioware. That's what you do. Anytime anything changes, run around and talk to people. Anything new?
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
LT.
Anything you need, Commander?
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I've wasted enough of your time for now, Commander. We'll have time for personal debriefings later.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
I don't see how we could have done things any better. At least not without getting to Eden Prime sooner. And we were on the scene faster than any other Alliance ship could have been.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
I'm not looking forward to having to shut down his romance. It's very annoying. But we will. Same with Liara, honestly. We have to turn them both down hard. Like they have no chill. Do you have
Looking for supplies?
Let's see what you got.
You bet, Commander.
Oh, you have Spectre gear. I should buy the crap out of these. Especially the tents. But mostly it's so that gear matches. Which is very important. Okay, now we can talk to Garrus.
Thanks for bringing me on board, Commander. I knew working with the Spectre would be better than life at CSEC.
Have you worked with the Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like. Spectres make their own rules. You're free to handle things your way. At CSEC, you're buried by rules. The damn bureaucrats are always on your back.
For the most part, the rules are there for a reason.
Yeah.
Maybe. But sometimes it feels like the rules are only there to stop me from doing my work. If I'm trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it.
He's a
But
terrifying
CSEC wants it
police
done their
officer.
way. Protocol and procedure come first. That's why I left.
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they
Garrus
do
is
things.
awful.
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in rank, I got saddled
I
with more
forgot
and
this
more red tape.
conversation.
CSEC's handling of Saren was typical. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate leaving.
It's cool when he
I hope you
becomes
made
a
the right
vigilante in a
choice.
video game,
I'd
but
hate for you to regret it later.
Well, that's sort of why I teamed up with you.
Yeah.
It's a chance for me to get off the Citadel.
Not
See how
great.
things are done outside CSEC.
defund
Either
CSEC.
way, I plan to make the most of this. And without CSEC headquarters looking over my shoulder, well, maybe I can get the job done my way for a change.
If getting the job done means endangering innocent people, then no. We get the job done right, not fast.
Yeah.
Got it?
I wasn't trying to. I understand, Commander.
Good. Love you, Garrus, but come on. Sorry, this is going to be boring for a minute. I just want to look at everyone's gear. I need to get the Predator X for him because the Colossus, the red of the Colossus armor just looks so bad. Predator armor looks really good on him though. Eventually we'll find some, like I'm not super worried about it. Yeah, don't mind me, I just want to make sure everyone's kitted out. I should maybe wait till I get Liara to do this, but we'll just give her stuff when she joins the party. Not that hard to do. Oh, man. Sorry for the quiet, guys. I'm a little blitzed, honestly. I'm wrung the fuck out. As many of us are, I suppose. Alright. What do you think? Do you guys actually like polls when I do them? Like, for what planet to visit next and whether we're keeping Caden or Ashley? Like, is that stuff you actually enjoy or do you not care? Let me know. Oh, I always forget I have the mod that makes his armor the regular Alliance uniform. Like, why do I have him in his level 1 stuff? I don't. Alright. Very nice. She should give her stuff that's good versus machines. Not organics. Yeah, there we go. Tungsten rounds. She's the all about the machines. Okay, I dig that. That's everybody.
Commander?
Ashley?
What's your opinion of the last mission?
Kinda wish you'd got there sooner, Commander. No
Sorry.
offense, I appreciate the rescue. I just wish...
You wish we'd been able to save the rest of your unit.
Yes, ma'am. If I had been more
fair.
alert, we wouldn't have been cut down by an ambush.
The Geth are perfect ambushers. They don't move, they don't make noise, they don't even breathe.
They have flashlight heads, ma'am. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
I love that. They
Do you
have
a few minutes to
flashlight
talk?
heads, ma'am.
One-on-one?
I'm sorry, Commander. I need to get my duty squared away. I wouldn't mind talking more later, though.
Dismissed, Chief.
Ma'am.
Hey, Commander, you know that Quarian, Tally? She's been spending all her time down here asking me about our engines.
I'll tell her to leave you alone.
What? No, she's amazing. I wish my guys were half as smart as she is. Give her a month on board and she'll know more about our engines than I do. She's got a real knack for technology, that one. I can see why you wanted her to come along.
Where else have you served, Adams?
If you name a class of Alliance ship, I've probably served on it. Everything from dreadnoughts and carriers right down to frigates like the Normandy. My last assignment was on the Tokyo, only a cruiser, but she was a good ship. Couldn't hold a candle to the Normandy, though.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander. Something I can do for you, Commander.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
I tell.
Your ship's amazing, Shepard. I've never seen a drive core like this before. I can't believe you were able to fit it into a ship this small. I'm starting to understand why you humans have been so successful. I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
The Normandy's a prototype, cutting-edge technology.
A month ago, I was patching a makeshift fuel line into a converted tug ship in the flotilla. Now, I'm sitting on board one of the most advanced vessels in Citadel space. I have to thank you again for bringing me along. Traveling on a vessel like this is a dream come true for me.
I had no idea you found ship technology so interesting.
I think I've mentioned this before, but if you're a big Mass Effect fan, you should really read the fanfic Mock Effect, which is one of the funnier things I've ever read. Their portrayal of this initial running around and meeting the crew is hysterically funny.
Some of the fleet's larger vessels date all the way back to our original flight from the Geth.
I can't believe your fleet's still using ships that are 3 centuries old.
They're constantly being repaired, modified, and refitted. They aren't pretty, but they work. Mostly. We've tried to make ourselves as independent as possible on the flotilla. Grow our own food, mine, and process our own fuel. But some things we just can't make on our own. A patch to maintain the hull integrity requires raw materials we just don't have. That's why our pilgrimages are so important.
Tell me about your people.
Our lives aren't easy. Resources are scarce, and we are constantly on the move. Everything we do must in some way contribute to the continuation of the migrant fleet. There are 17 million Quarians in the flotilla, and each of us relies on the others for survival. The bonds among my people are strong. Unfortunately, we have had to surrender many of the freedoms and civil liberties other species take for granted.
What kind of freedoms?
Well, it's illegal for parents to have more than one child. If our population grows too much, it would strain our resources to their breaking point. Of course, we also can't allow our numbers to become too few. If our population is in decline, the rule against single births is temporarily repealed. In extreme cases of population decline, incentives are even offered to encourage multiple births, though the Conclave hasn't had to take such measures in nearly a century.
That's your government.
The Conclave is our civilian branch of government. Each ship can elect a representative to serve on the Conclave and make decisions that affect the fleet as a whole.
Huge.
On matters that affect an individual ship, however, the captain has the final say. It's a tradition that dates back to the early days, when the fleet was governed by martial law. Fortunately, most captains nowadays are smart enough to have an elected council from their crew to give them advice and guidance.
That makes sense. When that's your entire
So the ultimate power
civilization.
rests with elected officials?
In practice, the Conclave and the respective council for each ship tend to set the rules that govern our daily lives. But in theory, we are still under military jurisdiction. The 5 top-ranking military officials in the fleet serve on the Admiralty Board. These 5 have the power to overrule any decision by the Conclave in case of emergency. To do so requires unanimous agreement among the Admiralty, and they can only do this once. After that, the entire board must resign their posts. It's a safeguard that serves us well.
Supreme Court that
In nearly
way.
3 centuries, the Admiralty Board has only overruled the Conclave 4 times.
I want to know more about the Geth.
I doubt I can tell you anything you don't already know. It's been almost 3 centuries since they drove my people into exile. All I know is the story of their origins, what they were when we created them, and how they turned on us.
Interesting.
The Geth were originally created to serve as an automated manual labor force. Initially, their intelligence was as limited
I like
as
how the
any
Geths
AI.
start out as the bad guy. Well,
Over time, we
they
made
started out as the
small
bad guys to
modifications
the
to their
Quarians, but
programming
honestly,
to
even
allow them to
Tali's
perform
story
more
here
varied and
makes them
complex
pretty
tasks,
sympathetic.
bringing them closer and closer to true AI status.
How come the council didn't step in and stop you?
This wasn't true AI research. We may have been skirting the bounds of the law, but we never did anything that was actually illegal. The changes were so insignificant, so gradual, that we were able to control them. Or so we thought. But one thing we underestimated was the power of the neural network. 1 million Geth thinking simultaneously created an inherently unstable matrix.
So the Geth share brainpower?
Many of the Geth's logic systems were designed to work in concert with other nearby Geth. Basically, the more of them you have in a group, the smarter they are.
So there's some sort of group consciousness.
No, nothing like that. They cannot share sensory data or information. Their programming cannot handle that much simultaneous input. Each Geth maintains an individual awareness and identity. The neural network only operates on a process-based level. It's basically the synthetic equivalent of a subconscious. But when they're in close proximity, they can coordinate low-level functional processes, freeing up more capacity for original or independent thought.
Interesting. I kind of don't, honestly. I mean, I sort of do, but let's hear more.
That doesn't make any sense.
I'm probably oversimplifying. The Geth are incredibly advanced and complex creations. All you need to know is that they get smarter when they gather in large numbers. As we built more and more Geth, their effective intelligence became more sophisticated, more abstract. One day, a Geth began to ask its Quarian overseer questions about the nature of its existence.
We'll see that Geth in Mass Effect 3,
Am I alive?
I think.
Why am I here? What is my purpose? As you can imagine, this caused a near panic among my people.
'Cause AI.
I don't see what's so bad about those questions.
The Geth were created to engage in mundane, repetitive, or dangerous manual labor. That's fine for machines, but it won't satisfy a sentient being for long. The Geth were showing signs of rudimentary self-awareness and independent thought. If the Geth were intelligent, then we were essentially using them as slaves. It was inevitable the newly sentient Geth would rebel against their situation. We knew they would rise up against us, so we acted first. A general order went out across all Quarian-controlled systems to permanently deactivate all Geth. The Geth responded to this order violently.
Hey, you can't blame them for fighting for their survival.
We had no other choice. The Geth were already on the verge of revolution. By acting quickly, we had a chance to end the war before it began.
Not sure it's quite that simple.
The hope was that most of the Geth would still be little more than machines, incapable of organized resistance. But they had progressed much further than anyone anticipated. The war was long and bloody. Millions upon millions of Quarians died at their hands. In the end, we were forced to flee our own homeworld. We feared the Geth would pursue us, but they never came beyond the Veil. Now we drift through space, exile, searching for a way to reclaim what was once ours.
It's hard to feel sorry for you. Your ancestors tried to wipe out another species.
We made a mistake when we created the Geth in the first place, but we did not make a mistake when we went to war against them. If we had not acted, they would have wiped us out. They're a synthetic life form. They have no use for organics. None. Why do you think they cut themselves off from the rest of the galaxy?
Because you were trying to kill them.
Why do you think they've killed every organic being who's ever tried to contact them?
They didn't kill Saren.
What does that tell you? The Geth are not innocent victims in all this. They're the enemy. They want to destroy us. Not just the Quarians. All organic life. That's why they've joined up with Saren. And that's why we have to stop him.
I want to know more about the pilgrimage.
When my people reach maturity, we leave our birth ships and seek acceptance with a new crew.
Man,
it's
the cultures
necessary
are so
to
well
maintain
thought
genetic
out.
diversity among
They really
the
are.
fleet.
Mass Effect 1 is so good.
But
you
no
guys.
ship wants to accept someone who will be a burden on them. So, to prove our worth, we embark on a pilgrimage. We set out alone, leaving the flotilla and our families behind us. We only return once we have found something of value we can bring back to the fleet. This is presented as a gift to the captain of the respective ship we wish to join. If the gift is accepted, we are welcomed into the crew.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Can a captain choose to reject the gift?
That doesn't happen often. Most captains are eager to increase the size of their crew. It increases their own standing in our society. Even when the gift is not particularly valuable, the captain usually accepts it out of a sense of tradition. However, there is a stigma to presenting a substandard gift. It's not the best way to make a good impression on a new community. Most pilgrims don't return until they find something worthwhile.
I can't believe they just send you off alone.
It's not like they just cast us out. Before we leave, we are given lessons in how to survive outside the flotilla, and given gifts to help us on our journey. We also receive implants to fight off sickness and disease. Generations of living in an isolated and highly controlled environment have left our immune
That's the
systems
one thing
weaker than most.
I've always questioned. I wonder
By
if
the
that's
time we leave the
actually a
fleet,
thing.
we are well equipped.
It's not
for
like there are
pilgrimage.
5 Quarrens. There are
This is a rite of
17 million.
passage
That's
for
not
all
enough to keep your
Quarrens.
immune system
If it
going.
were dangerous, our numbers would suffer. Virtually every pilgrimage ends with a triumphant return and the ritual presentation of the gift to one of the fleet's captains.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
I think that's everything.
I should go.
See you later.
It's everything and everyone, actually. And it's been about 40 minutes too, so I think that is the perfect place to stop for today. And next time, we will head to the Artemis Tau cluster to go find Dr. Tassoni. Yeah, that actually wraps up quite well. Good timing. Very good timing. Alright. So that is what we will do next time. I hope y'all are hanging in there, taking good care of each other. And, yeah. Take care of each other. Love y'all. Stay safe, and until then, I'll see you next time.